And so for Kierkegaard, he says, faith is the place where you are responding in love to someone or in trust to someone who has said something about themselves without all sorts of proof for it. And for Kierkegaard, he said, this is the point that I want to get you in. And in fact, one of the problems of Christendom is that it too easily thinks of Jesus as only the guy with the purple robes and the crown. And of course, if you meet that person, you're going to worship him. Of course, he's obviously God. But for Kierkegaard, he points out that isn't who the people who knew Jesus and the people who met him, that isn't who they met. They met the shoeshine boy. Oh yeah, but what about the miracles? What about all those miracles? Surely that is proof that Jesus was really God. Well, no. If you look at the New Testament, points out Kierkegaard, the New Testament is not at all, it's not all sad, it's not embarrassed, it doesn't hide the fact that Jesus was doing miracles all over the place, but it always records that more often than not, when Jesus does a miracle, people are offended at him. In fact, there's more people who met Jesus and denied him and were offended by him than who believed in him. Even the New Testament, which is a highly biased document meant to convince you that Jesus was God, has to record the fact that most people who met Jesus were offended by him and rejected him. And you think about the story of John the Baptist. And John the Baptist is in prison and he sends his followers to Jesus. And the followers say, "Are you the one that we're expecting?" And Jesus turns to John the Baptist's followers and Jesus says, "Well, look, the deaf are hearing, the lame are walking, the blind are seeing. Now go back to John and say, 'Blessed is he who is not offended in me.'" And Kierkegaard points out that the evidence of miraculous happenings is still a cause. It's the point in which you still have to face, what do I really think about this person? Because it's not a man with flowing robes and lightning bolts coming out of his head that's doing all this stuff. It's just a normal man. And faith for Kierkegaard is not proof that Jesus was God. It's trust that he is who he said he was. And you're not going to get into that position until you cross over all that 2,000 years of triumphalistic Christian history to be in the moment, contemporary with Jesus.